Hey, Sarah, welcome back.
Thank you, Fatboy.
So, tell us what is popping today.
Well, this is just an update from yesterday's story on Mr. Jose Chameleone, and he did issue an apology. Take a listen.
My name is Jose Chameleone, Mayanja. I hope this message finds everybody very well. First and foremost, I want to thank you, my fans, friends, and the whole country, the whole continent for supporting legend Gwanga Mujje, the long-awaited concert that we enjoyed last weekend. I wish to use this opportunity to also apologize to my fans, friends, for the deed me and Weasel shared on stage. I know most of my friends are already offended and didn't carry it lightly. I sincerely apologize. It was just so much energy, excitement. I actually regret it. The energy was so high, and it was just a wrong way to share it with Weasel, my brother, and I also apologize on behalf of him. Thank you so much for accepting my apology.
Whoa. Who said we accepted it?
Well, if you're just, catching up with the story, well, I did a story yesterday, and Pastor Martin Semper did drag Jose Chameleone to police over indecent and moral offensive acts, and he lodged an inquiry into Jose Chameleone's and Weasel kissing.
They kissed the deeds.
They did on the stage of Gwanga Mujje, and I think just after Pastor Martin Semper, made a whole big deal out of it. And I think also other people on social media. I also remember Honorable Betty Numbers was also asking what is going on. Well, Chameleone also went on to say, as African men, we respect African values and morals. The act is regrettable and should not have happened, and it will never happen again. On behalf of the Mayanja family, I sincerely apologize, and I hope that you forgive Jose Chameleone. He went on to say that he was in the moment and he was happy about it, but people came through.
I know, right?
People came through for Jose. I was so happy and emotional. I was like, look at this.
Look at you mean God. The concert?
Yeah.
Concert. Oh, yeah. People turned up. And I am yet to see a concert that's as well attended as his.
Yes.
And I don't know if almost it worked in his favor for the first one to be canceled, because now there was even more momentum and excitement for this one. Right?
Yes. People came through. I was like, look at God. And it was a blessing in disguise. And I think this is a lesson to everybody to find make lemonade out of your lemons. A missed opportunity one time could be opening up an opportunity for even bigger, better work.
But there's one thing though. The problem with his apology is he's a bit of a repeat offender, if we can put it that way.
He said it's not going to happen again.
No, because he's making it sound like this was the only. It was just accidental, just randomly. The energy was high, but dude, you've been smooching your brother, and not just Weasel, but even Palazzo. There's a video I shared of him and Palazzo in what looked like, I don't know, it looked like a rehearsal or something. Mm-hmm. And they were grinding like a problem. Yo, this dude's a repeat offender. Not that I particularly care about it, but maybe he should just own it and say, hey, dudes, I'm non-binary.
What do you mean non-binary?
Or whatever it is. Or whatever classification you might ascribe to his behavior.
You know what? I honestly don't think there was anything to it. Again, they're siblings. They have, lived together all their lives. So probably that's their thing. I know it makes a lot of us uncomfortable, but that's their thing.
So wait a minute.
And I'm not saying we should accept it. And I appreciate that he apologized to us who were very uncomfortable about the whole situation.
Anyway, bottom line.
Do it again.
Who cares, right? I mean, it is such a non-issue. And I know the concern is, the young kids are going to watch that and think that it's okay. But
is that an issue, Fatboy?
The question is, do you have any idea what your kids are actually watching? What happened on that stage is nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, just go to your TikTok, go to your YouTube. If your kid has a smartphone or is ever on the internet, forget that. Even if just watching TV, even cartoons, you think Walt Disney isn't promoting this stuff? At least 3 of their last major animated films have had themes that are of LGBT. There was the Lightyear one, where there was a lesbian couple, And then there was what's the other one that flopped? Strange World, where the lead boy character had
I
a
watched
crush
Strange
on another boy. Did you watch it with your son by any chance?
No, I didn't. No, the kids were very bored with it. I don't
And it
even
was a
think it was
boring
the
film.
point of it even being entertaining. I think they were very bored with it. They didn't watch it.
So,
I
yeah,
didn't know what
so
it
if
was
you're-
about when we started watching it, but like 5 minutes in, they were very distracted.
Yeah,
They're
that's-
like, "Mommy, can I use your phone?"
Yeah, the story was a bit lame, to be honest. But my point is, if you're worried about LGBT, it's all around you
But-
already.
But shouldn't we address it
How?
before we start also having a situation here in Africa or Uganda where children are starting to identify as trans just out of, I don't know, peer
So what would-
pressure for the wrong reason?
so-
I don't ask me. I
I've
don't
never
know
asked
what
you.
to
What
do.
would
But
you
I
do?
think,
What would
but
you
I
do in
think
that
But I
situation?
think we should start having conversations about it.
Because if you've seen what you reported on the Dwayne Wade situation,
Yeah.
and people forgot to mention that actually his ex-wife, who is the biological mother of
Was so against
and
is still
is
is
still against
it.
it. And it almost seems like this is all Gabrielle Union's tricks. She looks like she's the one spearheading that whole transition.
Is she? Why is
She's
she the
like,
one?
she
Maybe
speaks-
Dwayne Wade is because his ex-wife is pointing the finger at Dwayne, not at Gabrielle.
You didn't see her
because
speech
she
at
could
the,
easily just point the
which
finger
awards was
at
it?
Gabrielle.
Which awards was it?
What did she say?
Where Gabrielle Union was like speaking on the issue. I think she was receiving a prize or something, and then she gave a whole speech about the hate that's directed at people of that persuasion. And anyway,
Maybe she was just doing it in support of her husband and her stepchild.
okay.
You get
So
because
she's
you
down
can't-
for them like that.
You can't go there and then speak against it otherwise. I mean, also being a step parent is very tricky because you don't know where the lines are, where the line is drawn. You understand? You can easily cross it and then get into trouble. You have the child hate
you
you,
know,
and
with
you have the other parent hate you, or you have your spouse, your partner hate you because you crossed the line. So I think she was probably speaking from a place of, okay, you know what? The husband wants this, the child wants this. It would be stupid for me to speak against it. Do you understand?
I understand.
Or she could have chosen to not say anything about it, but I don't know. She said what she said.
For me personally, I kind of think Gabrielle Union's a bit of an alpha boss bae, and so she's running that household, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was behind this all. Now, I saw a picture of one of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's children.
Yeah.
One called Shiloh.
Yeah.
Who, do you know Shiloh?
Shiloh Shalom. One of the
two.
yeah.
Anyway, so Shiloh is a girl who, for a time, was walking around dressed like a boy.
And
They used to-
calling herself John, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And someone recently posted on Twitter a recent photograph of Shiloh who seems to have just reverted to being a girl.
Yeah.
So now she's growing her hair longer, wears a little bit of makeup, and wears dresses. And someone said, that's just how it is. You know, if you find your kid has a phase where they're not sure about what's going on or whatever, don't now all of a sudden push them in a specific direction. Say, oh my gosh, my son or my daughter, you are trans. Okay, let's go to the doctor and chop everything off. No, you just let them go through it. They might come out on the other side feeling like, after all, I'm a boy. Or
Yeah.
after all, I'm a girl.
Yeah.
There is such a thing as tomboy. Have people forgotten that? Every girl goes through that phase where they like to climb trees and ride bicycles and be crazy like all the boys. At some point, they grow up and say, hey, actually, that's all lame. I'm a lady. And
Yeah.
so now I want to wear pigtails and a dress.
Yeah.
So you don't think that's a valid way to look at it?
Listen, I don't even know. But yes, for me, I think that children, if they truly want to transition, should wait until they are legal adults. And that's on it. I'm not even going to debate that. They should wait until they are legal adults and they can make that permanent decision to, transition, change their name, change their sex or whatever, because you may find yourself on the wrong side of the situation where you're encouraging your child to do something that is detrimental to them, and then you're going to end up hating yourself for having pushed them. Wait until they're 18 when they are legally able to decide that they want to be a woman or a man. that is it. And that is it. We're not even going to discuss this further.
All
That
right.
is it, period.
Amen. What else is popping?
Well, again, about Jose Chameleone, he's not in the country and he did travel to Australia and he will be performing in Australia in the coming weeks. And he's set to cover cities such as Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, etc., many others.
Are there that many Ugandans over there?
I think so.
'Cause I would guess he's mostly going to be performing for them, for the diaspora.
I don't think so, only just them.
You
Okay,
think Australians know Chameleone?
no, the Ugandans will bring their friends.
Okay, maybe.
They'll bring their Australian friends.
Gwanga Mujje.
Yeah.
All right.
I know a couple of people in Australia, so I think the community there is, it is quite considerable, just like the Ugandan community in the UK
Okay.
or in Sweden or in Turkey, because this is where our Ugandan artists go and they have really big sold out concerts.
And the good thing is, if he goes there and he wants to smooch somebody, no one's going to bother him. There's no Pastor Sempa to hound you about what you do on stage over there.
But the internet will be watching because you'll be representing us. You'll probably be on stage with the Ugandan flag, so we'll be watching.
So he better not mess up.
Yeah. We'll be watching.
All right. Well, thank you so much for letting us know what's poppin', Sarah. You are listening to The Fatboy Show on RX Radio. We'll be back with more great music. Don't go anywhere.